Today we're going to talk about all of the products that came into my collection in the month of July. I'm going to give you my opinion of them and rank the palettes that I used during the month of July. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you stick around and let's get going. Hey everybody, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Sheena and makeup is like therapy for me. Today we're going to go through all the products that came into my collection in the month of July. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on them, and we're going to rank the palettes that I used during the month of July. If you have any questions about this look, you can find the details to it down in the description bar or description box, and you also can find how I did this look on yesterday's short. I did post it as a short, a TikTok, and a reel, so you can find it, and I did it yesterday. If you're watching this on Monday the 31st, I posted the look on the 30th. So we're going to start out with the products that I bought, or the products that I had in my previously bought but never opened drawer, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. So I'm going to start with this setting spray from Wet n Wild. It is one that I've had in my collection. It's been just kind of waiting to be opened. It has a slight smell. It's not horrible, but the sprayer is just kind of rough. It's hard. It's not a gentle mist, if that makes sense. So I always enjoy the Wet n Wild setting sprays. I had bought the whole collection of this one, and I just didn't love this setting spray, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna finish it up, and yeah, then you'll see it in my empties. Next is this lip color that I picked up from About Face, and I have used it, I want to say twice now. It has a smell, and I can't quite determine what the smell is, but I don't love the smell. And that's really my biggest problem with it, is this smell that I can't decide what it is. I want to say nail polish, rubbing alcohol, I don't know, it's just not a pleasant odor, but it does dry down, it wears beautifully, it stays on all day long. I definitely enjoy it. The still doesn't stay for long, so that does make it nice. I'm tempted to pick up some more colors because I do enjoy this. Okay, next is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, and I have only used this mascara twice. I will continue using it, and I so far have really enjoyed it. It's not the most volumizing mascara, but I don't want a real volumizing mascara. I want one that, I don't want to say is lengthening, but just adds color to my lashes and lets you see my natural lashes, because I have really long lashes. They're just blonde. So once you can, I put some mascara on it and you can see my actual lashes, then I'm happy with them. Okay, next is this LA Color Shimmering Eyeliner, and I've only used it once. I'm sorry, my dog's being a bit obnoxious. She thinks that she's supposed to be held 24/7. She doesn't understand that sometimes Mama has things to do, but she is my baby. So she'll just hang out with me. She'll stop licking me while I finish this video. So stop, Angel. Back to this eyeliner. It's called Shimmering, and it is like a shimmering silver. I used it once and I couldn't really see it in my waterline. I'm going to use it some more, but it's just not my favorite. I think it's because it's shimmering, and I really just prefer more of a matte eyeliner. Okay, next is the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. And I'll be honest, when I first got this mascara, I thought, oh, I like wands like that. And she wants to lay in my lap, and I had my basket of products in my lap. So when I got this mascara, I thought, oh, I'll, you know, like that and everything. And then the first couple of times I used it, I didn't really love it. My favorite mascara, my favorite high-end mascara, has a wand that is similar to this, the Lash Freak mascara. Hold on, I'll show you. This one, you see, it just has the lashes, like it's like that, so they're both on one side. So I guess it's not really like a ton, but it's not like a all the way around the bristles mascara kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I really, at first I thought it was going to be like the Lash Freak mascara, and then I realized it wasn't like the Lash Freak mascara, but the more I use it, I do really enjoy it. I'm not sure if I'll purchase it again, but I am going to keep using it, finish it up, and you know, as I continue to use it and I develop more of an opinion about it, I'll let you know. Now, next is the L'Oreal Infallible blush. I have the color 5, which is Fearless Coral, and I do really like this blush. It's definitely like my color, and it shows up really well. It's like the perfect wash of color on my face. It has a mirror. I just realized that. I never noticed that it had a mirror. Anyways, I do really enjoy this blush. I did realize after purchasing this blush that my preferred blushes have a little bit of shimmer to them. I love highlight, glow, shimmer, you know, that kind of stuff. That's really my favorite. So I realized, like, I still enjoy this blush, and I started to pick up another color, but then I decided against it because they are matte blushes, and I do prefer shimmery blushes more. If L'Oreal comes out with this formula in a shimmery blush, then I will be picking one up. Okay, next is the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer, and it is in the color 350 Medium. And I have really enjoyed this bronzer. One thing, oh boy. So, a piece of it broke a couple of days ago. I think you can see it over here. I'm trying to show you without dumping all the little pieces out. It broke over here, and it seems to want to like continue to break more and more. So it seems like it's kind of a soft bronzer as far as that, but otherwise, like, I love it. I'm gonna keep using it, and yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, it's the only bronzer that I've been reaching for since I picked it up. Okay, next I have the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in a Powder in 140 Golden Beige. I have actually only used this once. I used it as a setting powder with the foundation that I bought. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog digging. She's about to come into heat, so all she wants to do is dig. And she's under my desk digging. But I've only used it once, and I used it as a setting powder with the foundation that I bought, and I just did not love it. I wanted to be able to continue to use the other foundation that I bought, so I haven't used this one anymore, but I am planning on using this one alone. Like, when I have a day that I don't use primer and I just use some concealer to spot conceal, and then I want a powder, I'm gonna use it. Then I've been reaching for the other foundation, so I wanted to really be able to use it and give you my full thoughts on it before I used that one. So I'll probably talk about that one again next month. Okay, next is the Morphe Bake and Set Setting Powder in the color Brightening Pink, and I'm not gonna open it. If you remember when I first got it and I did the trying new makeup video, I will link that one up here so you can see it. I dumped some of this out on my dog because, again, she was sitting in my lap at that time also, and it kind of made a mess. So I enjoyed this powder. I'm gonna keep using it. Chances are I will buy it again. Saw the other day that e.l.f. had one in pink, so I may pick theirs up whenever I finish this one up. I don't feel like I need multiple like under eye setting powders. I have two. I have this one and the Laura Mercier under eye setting powder, but I enjoy this one a lot. I'm gonna keep using it, and I would recommend picking it up. It has, I mean, I have it on today, and I feel like it helps brighten up my under eyes. And my skin tone does have like pink undertones, so that was one reason why I wanted to try it, because I felt like with it being pink that it would look better on me than the white one does, and I really enjoy it a lot. Okay, next is the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and this is in color 460. I was looking to see if it told me more than that. I think that's all. Okay, 460 Golden Beige. This is a buildable foundation, and I have used it with just one layer and then like today. So I haven't been diagnosed with lupus, but some of my doctors think that I may have lupus. And today I kind of have the butterfly rash across my face, and I used 2 layers of this over the area where the redness was, because with the first layer it didn't cover it up, but the second layer and then a little bit of concealer did cover it up. So I was really pleased with that, but a lot of times I just use one layer of this and I feel like it makes my skin look really airbrushed and flawless. I really like the way it makes my skin look. It doesn't make it look cakey. And I know part of it's going to be my primer. I know part of it's going to be because of my primer, and that helps fill in my pores, but it has also helped a ton. And I have really oily skin, and I can put it on morning, I would say probably like 10 hours of wearing it, and it takes a good bit, like with my soap, to break it down. It's still, you know, there. It hasn't worn off my face yet. So I do really enjoy this foundation, and it is a wonderful color match for me for this time of year. With the tan that I have, it looks great, so I'm really happy with it. In the month of July, I used 6 palettes. You can see looks with all of these palettes on my channel, between short and I think one of them was in a trying new makeup, but all the other ones were in shorts. If I remember, I will link videos to each of them up above them as I show them. So 6th place, I have XX Revolution Blossom, and I used this palette to do a Barbie look. And I'll be honest, I just was not impressed with this palette at all. I have had it for a little while. I think I've had it for about a year, but it's just really dry. It was hard to pick up the shimmers, and I just didn't love that about it. So that's why it's coming in 6th place. And it's also being decluttered from my collection and going to my daughter, which you will see in a much later video, because I have my Monday videos pre-filmed out for a couple of months. Okay, coming in 5th place is Sugar Drizzle, and I am not sure the name of this palette, but this is it on the front, and this is the inside of it. I did enjoy this palette, but again, I feel like maybe it sat in my collection for a little while, and the shimmers just aren't as creamy as they could have been. I am going to order the new Sugar Drizzle palette that's coming out. I think in about a week, later on this week it's going to release, and I'm going to pick it up and try it out. But I didn't love this palette because I felt like it was just hard to pick up the shimmers, and that's why it's ranking in 5th. Next, in 4th place is Sugar Drizzle and the Frosted Flamingo. This is it on the front. And I put this one ahead of that one because I like this color story more than that one. But again, it kind of felt the same way as it did with the other one. So I feel like maybe they're just, it says a 12-month shelf life, and I'm wondering if maybe that's the problem, because I feel like I picked them up last summer and I used this one once and I never used the other one, so I wanted to use both of them. And yeah, so that's why this one is coming in at 4th place. Okay, coming in 3rd place is Oh La La ColourPop. And I used this palette to do a Barbie look. This is like one of my favorite ColourPop 9-pan palettes. I have used this palette many times. It does not disappoint. I really love it. It still works great, and I have probably had it coming up on 2 years. So I'm pretty pleased with it. And yeah, that's why it's coming in at 3rd place. Okay, the one in 2nd place really surprised me. And surprised me obviously in a good way. And that is the Natasha Denona Mini Pastel. And I used this palette in a Trying New Makeup. I have had it for a little while and had not tried it yet, but I really liked these shimmers more than I have liked some of my other Natasha Denona shimmers. I only have the 5-pan palettes, like the ones that are this size, and then the ones that are bigger than this. I don't have any of her bigger palettes. But now, after using this palette, I'm interested in picking up one of her bigger palettes the next time she releases one that is in a color story that I would love. So I'm definitely pleasantly surprised with Natasha Denona. Okay, and coming in 1st place is GlamLite and Rick and Morty. GlamLite is one of my favorite palettes. I have played with this quite a bit. I will link the GlamLite playlist up here because I have tried this in Trying New Makeup. I have used this in shorts. I have used this in so many in so many videos, and I've just really enjoyed it. When this rainbow palette was released, I knew I wanted it because I loved the bright colors, and I feel like it's not just your everyday rainbow palette. I feel like it really brings something else to the game because of it having all the bright colors and everything. So I did really enjoy that palette, and I'm excited to see what else GlamLite has coming out. They're always, it seems like recently they've been releasing, sorry, I got eyeshadow on my finger and I need to clean it off. It seems like GlamLite has been releasing palettes a lot more recently, but I did really enjoy this palette, and as long as it's a color story that matches my preferences, I'll be picking it up from GlamLite. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps me and it helps my channel. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell beside it so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.